Imagine being dragged into the imperial palace as a child, only to be hated by everyone the moment you arrive. That's exactly what happened to Thalia Romgerda. When she was brought to the palace as a child, she didn't understand why people looked at her with such cold eyes. She hadn't done anything wrong. She was just a little girl following her mother. But after the empress died, the emperor brought Thalia's mother into the palace, and that was enough for everyone to decide they hated them. At a grand ball to celebrate the engagement of Varkas and Thalia's sister, the entire hall is filled with music, laughter, and congratulations. Everyone is celebrating the happy couple except Thalia. As she watches them together, years of buried emotions come rushing back. She's loved Varkas for so long that she can barely remember a time when she didn't. The sight of him standing beside her sister is more than she can bear. Unable to hide her feelings any longer, Thalia causes a scene. For a moment, the celebration comes to a halt, but when tensions rise, Varkas immediately moves to protect his fiancée. You see, when Thalia met Varkas, she was still a child. She was wandering through the palace grounds when she spotted a small bird that had fallen into the mud. Without thinking, she rushed over to save it. By the time she's done, her dress is filthy and she's covered in mud from head to toe. That's when she hears a voice. Looking up, she finds herself face to face with a boy she has never met before. Instead of mocking her appearance, he hoisted her up into his arms to help. To anyone else, it might have been an ordinary act of kindness. To Thalia, it felt different. She carefully holds up the little bird and asks if it will survive. Before the conversation can go any further, her nanny comes searching for her. With no time to stay, Thalia entrusts the bird to Varkas and runs off. But she doesn't forget him, not even for a moment. Days later, she spots him again. This time, he's training with a sword. The way he moves catches her attention immediately. Without realizing it, she finds herself watching him. Her mother notices right away. Amused, she teases Thalia and asks if she likes the boy. Then, with a laugh, she tells her daughter that if she behaves well, perhaps she can have him as a gift someday. The embarrassed Thalia immediately runs away. But the seed has already been planted. The more she sees Varkas, the more fascinated she becomes. Then one day, she finds him again in the palace garden. Her heart races as she approaches, only to stop in her tracks, because Varkas isn't alone. He's kneeled in front of her sister. The two seem close, comfortable with one another in a way that instantly makes Thalia feel out of place. When her sister notices her, her expression twists with annoyance, as if Thalia's very presence is unwelcome. Then she turns to Varkas and tells him to send her away. For a brief second, Thalia waits. Maybe he'll refuse. Maybe he'll defend her. Maybe he'll tell her sister she's being unfair. Instead, Varkas told her to go away with disdain on his face. Feeling hurt, Thalia runs away. Luck wasn't on her side because, as she was running, she got grabbed by her brother who randomly started physically hurting her for no reason. The bullying got worse. One day she found a dead mouse in her meal. Paranoid, she stopped eating. Her mother visited her and saw her in such a vulnerable state. However, instead of helping Thalia, she taught her that only those who are weak get bullied. From that day on, Thalia started to change. During her meal, she asked her guard hired by her mother to hold down the maid who always gave her food with dead animals. Then she forced it down her throat, smiling sweetly as if she's simply just sharing a meal with a servant. Because of Thalia's improvement, her mother decided to reward her with Varkas. However, Thalia doesn't feel hope anymore. She instantly knew that he was going to be the cause of her agonizing pain.